Well, leftists, are you happy now? Are you happy now? No, I haven't been happy about US politics since I started paying attention to it in 1999 and realized that its core narrative, which is that we have to blow up families on the other side of the world in order to keep our freedoms here at home, was bullshit. And as a US Jew, my reaction to this is, it's a hand gesture. And sure, it's a symbol of fascism, but it's a symbol. And I swear, I think every creator I follow took to the internet over the past 24 hours to express their outrage over this symbol. But very, very few of y'all had that same outrage when 2 weeks ago, Joe Biden agreed to sell $8 billion more in family exploding weaponry to a nation that has genocided a couple 100,000 people over the past year and kidnaps doctors and rape tortures them to death. Oh no, fascism is here. Fascism has been here, babes. Where have you been? What's more fascist? Hand gesture or $8 billion in genocidal weaponry? Hand gesture, $8 billion worth of weaponry. Which one is more outrageous? And I can only think that you think the hand gesture is more outrageous because you didn't see the victims of the $8 billion worth of weaponry. You didn't see those victims as human beings whose lives matter. You bought the core narrative of US politics. You bought that Joe Biden had to blow up those babies on the other side of the world, and you had to be quiet about it and show unwavering support for him so that you could keep your freedoms here at home. You fell for it. And it's leftists the whole time, and not even all of us, a tiny few of us, who've been saying, no, imperial boomerang. Anything they can do abroad, they'll eventually do back home. All of those chickens we put out into the world, they'll come home to roost. If more of us had held Barack Obama to account when he was spending billions of US taxpayer dollars blowing up families in Iraq and Afghanistan instead of doing anything that would meaningfully improve the lives of Americans and, expand our social safety net here in the US or protect us against the ravages of climate change, maybe if we had held him to account back then, we wouldn't have gotten Trump. Maybe if from the start of Joe Biden's presidency, y'all had brought the same critical attitude towards fascism that you bring to symbols from the right to the policies of the left, we never would have gotten here. And if you don't extract the red-blue brainworm in your mind and realize that the only axis of power that matters is the common people versus the oligarchs and their lackeys, then we're just going to keep going on this treadmill. And in 4 years, the Democrats will put up some candidate that's an even soggier piece of milk toast than Joe Biden was in order to try to stop fascism. If we don't stop prioritizing symbols over policies that are life and death for tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people, then we're fucked. So if you felt the need to comment on this, but you said nothing about this, I welcome you to think long and hard about why that was and why a hand gesture seemed more outrageous to you than $8 billion for genocide. Red team, blue team is shit. It's a football game. It's a distraction. Leave it behind. It's the people versus the oligarchs. And I mean all the people of the world, they all matter. None of them are disposable. Learn more about the history of we need to kill those families so you can keep your freedoms and privileges in my book, Genocide Bad, coming out in March with Interlink Press, the only Palestinian-owned publisher in the US. You can find the links to pre-order it anywhere in the world in my bio.